Turkish girl. Alright. So, I went over all social circle game with you. You guys pretty much understand that? Any questions? No? Cool. Alright. I left you with a big gap. Because you know how to attract these girls. You know how to build up this lifestyle. There she is, a girl you want. But how do you escalate on her? Right? There's a big gap there. You gotta attract her, everything's good. Then we try to do some escalation and it blows up in her face and the girl's like, oh my god, you're creepy, get away from me. And we're like, god damn, that psych guy left me with a big piece missing. I don't want that to happen. Why? Because I want you to send me pictures of you getting laid a lot. I want you knowing how to escalate. So I'm going to dedicate this next talk to simply that, escalation. We're going to cover all types of it too. I'm going to break down the inner game aspects of escalation, the outer game for it, and then I'm going to leave you with a few fun tactics and stuff you can try out for your very own. So the first thing, sexual escalation, inner game, is understand the purpose of why we sexually escalate. Seems stupid. We escalate so we can get laid. We escalate so we can get her sexually. It's a no-brainer, right? But there's a bigger purpose behind it. What do you think that is? Game-wise, what does escalation do for her? Good escalation.
Building.
Good feelings.
Gives her, well, what kind of feelings? Give a specific feeling.
Arousal.
Say it again.
Arousal.
Gives her arousal. Looks like the accent. But arousal, right? As one guy said, it gets her horny. Some other guy in the lair, I thought it was funny. Horny. But yeah, it gets the girl aroused. If the girl's aroused, she's going to want to sleep with you. That is the whole point of escalation. So understand that in your head. Everything you do is to get her aroused. Is it about you guys getting aroused?
No.
No. Alright? Don't worry about you. You'll get aroused when she's naked in your bed. Until then, worry about getting her aroused. Alright. Alright. The next thing with inner game is all problems, inner game-wise, with sexual escalation comes from sexual anxiety. So I can break down sexual anxiety, go into the why it's there and how to overcome it gradually and all the different methods like systematic desensitization or flooding or blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to do that. I'll leave that for Darius. He has a whole thing on it. You can ask him about it. I will, however, go into the 3 most common inner game issues that relate to sexual escalation. The 3 most common issues, and I guarantee, I'm going to ask a question afterwards, but I can almost guarantee everyone in this room deals with at least one of these issues right now. Maybe so I had to deal with all 3, right? And so maybe you deal with all 3, maybe just 2, but I guarantee at least 1. So here are the inner game issues. Inner game issue numero 1. All right. The first one is fear of failure after getting attraction, right? Fear of blowing it up after she's into you. There she is, the girl you like, she's all into you, she wants to get with you, but we don't want to mess this up, right? You gotta attract it. If I go for a kiss or I go for something, it can blow up in my face. I don't want to, ruin this. I don't want to mess this whole thing up. What is the solution to this? There's 2 parts in the solution. The first part is devalue the girl or the situation. Devalue it, right? Basically, essentially, the naturals would put it, don't put the pussy on a pedestal, right? Because if you're putting all this value in the girl, of course you don't want to mess up. Oh my God, I need to get this girl, she's so great, blah, blah, blah. Just devalue, realize it's okay, she doesn't matter that much, there's a lot of her. Abundance mentality, when you have a lot of women around, no one girl's that special until she's like your girlfriend. Fair enough. Until then, stop worrying so much about it. The other part of the solution is invest in your game, not the girl. When you invest in your game, you realize I have to escalate because it's part of my growth. I have to practice moves. I'm a social experimenter. I have to try stuff out. If I fail, good. I learn a lesson. Failure is something you want to have a good relationship with. Failure is something that teaches you what's good and what's bad. And when you invest in your game, that's how you start seeing it. If you're investing in the girl, you don't want to mess it up because you have to get that girl. Abundance mentality, devaluing it, and realizing I want to invest in my game, not the girl, will get you over the problem of, oh, I don't want to mess it up after I got her attracted. Nothing will take away the fact that you got her attracted. Get your ego out of it. We're here for the skill set, not for the girl. What are we here for?
For the skill set.
For the skill set. Invest in your game. Now, the second problem, after you got that one down, you're investing in your game, cool, right? However, she's there, it's, you want to escalate on her, but let's be honest. Why would this hot-ass girl want a fat, hairy slob like me flopping around on top of her, right? Why would she want that? And besides, this girl's a good girl, right? She's innocent and sweet, like a delicate flower. She's not like the other girl. She probably won't even have sex till marriage. She's probably a virgin, I can't escalate on that. Pussy shit. Don't think that way. The solution is assume sex. Just assume it's on. If a girl's talking to me, it's on. If a girl's alone with me, it's on. If a girl's in my bed, it's on. If a girl's naked in my bed, you bet your ass it's on. All right? Assume sex. When I first start talking to a girl, I actually go back a little bit. I assume attraction. And now, why do I do this? Well, the reason I do it is because if she is attracted to me, great. I'm assuming it, I'm right, and all is good in the world. Now, what if I assume attraction and she's not into me? It's still good because I'm going to take on behaviors of a guy that will get her attracted. I'm more confident, I'm more comfortable, I'm more at ease, I'm more indifferent about it, because I already know it's on. I might be delusional. It might not be on, but if I just act like it is, I have a higher percentage of making it become on. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
So, when you're getting with a girl, assume sex. It's like sales, right? Assume the sale. Stuff like, basically, that's the solution to that problem. Now, the final, third intergame issue you're going to run into is, all right, it's on. I'm investing my game. I want to practice this shit, but I got to do it just right. And you get all in your head. You're analyzing it. Should I move my hand like this, or maybe I should, move a little bit closer. Maybe I should go for the kiss on the neck. No, that's too needy shit. I gotta give her a kiss on the forehead. But I don't know if I should do that. Maybe you should stop thinking so much. You're all in your head. You're analytical. The answer to get out of this trap is immersion. Now, immersion basically means you're in the moment. You're fully aware of what's going on. You're not in your head. You're out. And now, how do we get out of our head? How do we get out of this analytical mindset? We use our senses. Just realize there's a girl next to you. Notice how she smells. Just notice her scent. Does she smell good? Look at her body. Look at her. Does she turn you on? Just the way she's moving, the way her body is lying there? Touch her. How does she feel? Does that feel good? If you're looking at her, she looks good, she feels good, she smells good, maybe she tastes good, right? You're getting out of your head. You're tapping into your DNA as a guy, right? Somewhere within you, in your DNA, it's automatically pre-programmed on how to escalate on her. It's biological. It's in you. All right? You don't need to think so much about it. Just enjoy it. This is your time to shine. This is why you've done all the work. Is to enjoy this moment. So get into the moment by experiencing your senses. Now, who here has not been dealing with at least one of these intergame issues? Exactly. All right. Now to the out-of-game process. Your intergame's good. Nothing's going to stop us from escalating, but we do want to do it right. All right? All right, the first thing to understand about out-of-game when it comes to escalation is the escalation checkpoints, or the ladder. The way I look at it is the Da Vinci Man ladder. So this is Da Vinci Man. Stands like this very awkwardly. All right. Now, with the Da Vinci Man, you look at the erogenous zones on a girl. The erogenous zones are here and here. Okay? The farther away we get from here and here, the more comfortable it is. So, the farthest part away from me is what? From my erogenous zones.
Your hands.
My hands, right? So if I go and talk to somebody and I meet them, I say, hey, what's up? Instantly, this guy knows to give me his hand. We don't greet each other by doing this. Hey, what's up? Right? We don't do that. Because this is the most comfortable we can touch each other. So after hands comes elbow. Elbow, shoulder. From shoulder, we go to upper back, because it's far away from this. From upper back, we can go to lower stomach, but we do lower stomach with the back of the hand. Back of the hand, lower stomach. Then, hand to mid-back, small back. Hand to stomach, hand to legs, hands to the face. Now keep in mind, the face is the last checkpoint before we get erogenous. The face is a very personal space for a girl. So we go through all the other stuff, legs, back, all that shit. until we get to the face. After the face, ass, boobs, pussy. Okay? So these are the checkpoints. Now, when you're moving through the checkpoints, you can either do smooth escalation, which is bit by bit by bit by bit, or you can do ballsy escalation. Boom, boom, hey. Alright? You can do this ballsy escalation. Now, why would we want to do ballsy escalation? Well, if you want to get efficient and you want to get things going fast and see is it on or not, you'd want to use ballsy escalation. It's a good screening tool, especially for those who want SNLs. We're going to want to do some ballsy escalation because you only have a certain amount of time anyways, right? Now, another thing is, what if you hit a wall? You're escalating on the girl and you just can't get past your defenses. You go boom, boom, boom. You go for the backhand, pushes away. You go for the backhand, pushes away, right? At this point, we keep trying to smoothly escalate, but we're hitting a wall. We need to roll the dice. We need to take a chance. It might blow up in your face. One of you right now. Might not work out right. But who gives a shit? Why? Because I'm investing in the game. I don't care about this one girl. There's a million other ones just like her. So I'll try ballsy escalation. I'll plow through her wall. I realized this when I was at a club, and I was sitting down, and there was a girl about here. Now, this isn't much space, right? We can talk, even arm's distance, I can kind of touch her, but how can I really escalate on a girl with this space? It's the space of doom, right? It's little, but it sucks. So what did? I noticed this problem, and I thought, okay, and she wasn't even that into me right now. She was kind of like, whatever, I had to keep drawing her attention back. So I figured, you know what, fuck it, ballsy escalation time. I gotta do something to make a move here. So I looked at her and I said, this isn't working. I picked her up and put her on my lap. Much better. Now I got a hot girl on my lap. After that, her eyes lit up. She goes, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. I say, why? She says, because most guys wouldn't do that. I say, very modestly, I'm not like most guys. And here's the issue. And after that, she literally wouldn't leave me alone the rest of the club. I would go to talk to other girls, and she'd come in and fuck up my sets. And I got a little pissed off by that, but that's fine. She kept following me around. Now, basically, that could have blown up in my face. She could be like, how dare you get off me, whatever. Who cares? Again, investing in the game, not the girl. So, every now and then you want to do a ballsy escalation move. When I teach you my kiss closing tactics, I'm going to show you a ballsy escalation move you can use for a scenario if you get rejected. I'll get into that a little bit later. All right. So you understand the step points of escalation. You understand smooth escalation versus ballsy. Now let's get into the phases of escalation. I looked at all of my previous experiences with girls, and I figured out what were they doing with the ones where it was the most on, the ones that I had the most success with. And I broke it down into 3 phases that I do. The 3 phases, the first one is comfort touching. All right? Now, what is comfort touching? Comfort touching is basically things that just get the girl comfortable with her touch. Simple, very simple. Now, how do we do comfort touching? Come up, I like pictures. Come on. How do we do comfort touching? How's it going, man? Hey, good seeing you. Look, this guy, hey, he knows what's going on, right? I'm touching all over him, but it's not uncomfortable. It's there, it's gone. So one aspect of comfort touching is doing it a lot. The second aspect is time. It's there, it's gone. It's there, it's gone. Nothing to object to. Right? It gets a little comfortable. If it's lingering there, it becomes a little uncomfortable. However, it's not really about time that does it. That makes it uncomfortable. It's about investment. How invested am I in the touch? I'll prove this to you, right? I'm going to touch you. As soon as it gets uncomfortable, I want you to let me know, okay? Okay. Now, I didn't even get to touch him, but it was already uncomfortable. However, I can touch for a while without even looking at him, and it's not even that uncomfortable. Right? This point, I didn't get to even touch him. This point, I can talk, and it's not that uncomfortable. Now, another thing that makes it uncomfortable or not, that shows investment, is where am I looking? If I'm touching him like this, I'm looking at you guys, it's okay. However, if I'm doing this and talking to you guys, it becomes a lot more uncomfortable. Right? So when we touch, you usually want quick touches, and we don't want to draw attention to it. That's basically it. Don't draw attention to it. Okay? Actually, can I have you stand over here real quick? Oh, sorry. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, I don't know if you might have noticed, I just touched this man's boob. Did you guys notice that? No. Because it's there and it's gone. I didn't draw attention to it. Okay, stand right here again. All right. Oh, all right. See, now you're like, okay. All right. Once you draw attention to it, it becomes kind of obvious. Who here would like to learn how to grab a girl's boob within 1 minute of knowing her? Okay. Now this routine I credit to AFC Adam. He's the one who showed it to me. So all right, so I'm talking to the girl and I go, oh my God, you're such a dork, right? Or whatever it is, some little break rapport. Push her away. Now she either will come back at me and push me, or you force it, right? I go, what, you're just gonna take that? Right, show me what you got. Okay, and this is the actual routine. I go, I'm gonna do it quickly and I'm gonna break it down. What, you're just gonna take that? Come on, let's see what you got. Look, I see what you're trying to do there, but look, if you're gonna grab my boob like that, you have to cuff it, okay? Can't just grab it. That's the whole thing. I'll break it down again. But what, you're just going to do that? He pushes me. Doesn't matter where she pushes me. He can push me on my shoulder. I don't care. I'm going to accuse her of grabbing my boob. And take her hand. I'm going to force the physical escalation. Look, if you're going to grab my boob, I do this because as soon as I force her to touch me, the rule is anything a girl does to me, I can do to her. All right? If she spanks me, I can spank her. If she grabs my crotch, I'm grabbing her crotch. So I force the escalation. Like, if you're going to grab my boob, you have to cup it. It's there, it's gone. She can't object. Why? Because it's gone. What you gonna object to? 5 seconds ago, can't do it, right? So the reaction you're gonna get is she's gonna say, you just grabbed my boob. And the answer you're gonna give is, no. See, if I grabbed your boob, it'd be like that. Alright? You hold your frame, you don't give a shit. She's like, stop. I'm trying to hit on you, ha, funny. You grab the boob. You already got physical with her. Alright, thanks. Alright, so you got comfort touching down. You're touching them a lot, you're touching guys a lot. Everyone loves your comfort touching, right? Everyone loves it, everyone's comfortable. But we don't want them just to be comfortable with our touch. We want them to actually like our touch. We want them to crave our touch. We want it to be something that gets them wet. So, how do we do that? Through something called classical conditioning. And this is where I give it off to Darius.
Klassisches Konditionieren. Kennt ihr den Pavlovschen Hund? Ja. Wer kennt den Pavlovschen Hund nicht? Okay, Pavlovscher Hund, da war irgendwann mal so ein Typ, der hieß Pavlo oder sowas. Ich gehe hier vorne hin. Da war mal so ein Typ, der hieß Pavlo oder sowas. Und der hat einen Hund gehabt. Und der hat festgestellt, jedes Mal, wenn er dem Hund was zu essen gibt, dann fängt er an zu sabbern. Dann hat er sich gedacht, geile Sache, ich schau mal, was passiert. Er hat dem Hund Essen gegeben und wenn der Hund das Essen gesehen hat, hat er angefangen, so eine Glocke zu klingeln. Dann irgendwann, nachdem er das halt, keine Ahnung wie oft gemacht hat, 10, 20 Mal oder so, hat er das Essen weggelassen und hat einfach nur noch die Glocke gewedelt. Und der Hund hat trotzdem, sein Speichelfluss wurde trotzdem angeregt. Das heißt, der Hund hat in seinem Kopf irgendwie die Verbindung zwischen Klingeln und Essen hergestellt, beziehungsweise zwischen Klingeln und Speichelfluss. Das ist klassisches Konditionieren. Das ist genauso wie wenn du eine rote Ampel siehst. Rot heißt für mich stehen bleiben. Aber woher weiß ich das denn? Das ist einfach konditioniert. Wenn du einem Baby die Farbe Rot einfach zeigst und eine rote Ampel zeigst, wie gesagt, krabbelt halt weiter. Das ist klassisches Konditionieren. Also eine Sache, die eigentlich nichts mit einer anderen Reaktion zu tun hat, miteinander kombinieren. Das ist klassisches Konditionieren.
Yeah, what he said. All right. So that's classical conditioning. Now, classical conditioning basically put is associations. So what happens is I'm going to use attraction stuff. I'm going to get her attracted. I'm going to give her a spike of good emotions. Body temperature spikes, whatever you want to call it, or nerdy pickup talk. Basically, I want to give her some spike of good emotions. Once that happens, I'm going to touch her. I'm going to start escalating on her a bit, right? Because if I keep doing it, she's going to eventually associate good emotions, positive emotions, with touch. So, come up here. Just for the camera, come up here. I'm going to keep picking on you, don't worry. All right, so I'm talking to the girl, I get her laughing. Yeah, see, I love this girl, right? I escalate. I see something really interesting, and I make her go, wow, I know, how cool is that, right? Good emotion, I escalate. All right, sit down. I'll call you up again though, don't worry. All right, so as soon as she has a really good emotion, I escalate. Now, eventually what's gonna happen? Every time I touch her, she's gonna feel a good emotion. Classical conditioning. My touch now is something that triggers a good emotion within the girl. Now I can use this to my advantage. Now I can get the girl chasing me. I do this through something called operant conditioning. Operant conditioning, Darius?
Wir kennen das mittlerweile schon. Operantes Konditionieren, das ist im Prinzip genau dasselbe, bloß halt andersrum. Das heißt, ich erkläre jemandem, wenn du das und das machst, kriegst du Strafe dafür. Wenn das Kind zum Beispiel nicht mehr auf die Nerven, wenn das Kind halt die ganze Zeit rumschreit, nicht auf ist oder was auch immer, geht es früher ins Bett, gibt es keinen Nachtisch. Wenn meine Freundin die ganze Zeit anfängt, mich zu nerven, gehe ich nicht mit ihr ins Kino. Dann bestrafe ich sie dafür. Also negatives Verhalten wird bestraft, positives Verhalten wird belohnt. Und das ist einfach dieses operantes Konditionieren.
Exactly. So with operant conditioning, it's all about reward and punishment. Reward and punishment. It's something she already likes. Now this is what most community stuff has told you to do. Reward and punish her with your touch. What most of the community has failed to teach you though is who says your touch is something she even wants. What happens is if you start punishing by removing touch, she doesn't give a shit. So she's like, okay, cool. And she goes away. Through comfort and classical conditioning first, now it's something she wants, then we can use it through operant conditioning. She does something we like, she invests, we start rewarding it, we escalate more. She does something we don't like, we take it away, and she feels the loss. That's how you get her chasing. That's how you get to be something she really wants and cares about. And we keep on the operant conditioning all the way to sex. Alright? But it's tough. Most guys are like a kid in a candy store when it comes to escalation. We get classical. Imagine this. This girl here is comfortable with your touch. She likes your touch. And you're not going to escalate on her? You're not going to just do as much as possible? Right? And most guys in that situation are going to be like, oh, she likes it. I'm going to grab her ass now. I'm going to kiss her on her neck. I'm going to start making out like crazy. I'm going to start humping her on the dance floor. Right? We're trying to do as much as possible. But eventually, even if she likes it a lot, we keep doing it more and more and more until finally she puts the brakes. And when she puts the brakes to it, you have just lost value. A bit. You've lost value a bit because, well, not really lost value, but you've given her, you haven't lost value, but you've given her the role of the selector. She says when it goes, she says when it stops. I don't know you, but I want that role. Alright? I want to be the one who's calling the shots. So you use it through operant conditioning. The next thing about sexual escalation is tension. We want sexual tension. The more sexual tension, the better. Why? Because what's the purpose of sexual escalation?
Release tension. Arousal.
Say it? What?
One question to operant conditioning. Like, how do you do it in real? Like, you say, no, don't touch me. Or
No, you don't verbalize it. It's not something that's said, it's something that's felt. You just remove your touch. So if I have my arm around her and I'm like, hey, let's go get a drink. She's like, I don't know, I don't feel like it. She's like, okay. Yeah, maybe later we'll get some touch. You know, it's not something that's verbalized, it's just, she just feels it. She feels the loss. Or I start touching her a lot less. Alright? Punishment through, or my body language turns away from her. It's just body punishment.
Not just like the actual touch, also the invest which comes with the touch.
Mm-hmm. It's all about investment levels. Alright?
If you put the arm away and put like a little bit investment more off her, so she will feel it.
It's like mini freeze apps, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, sexual tension. Why do we want to build sexual tension? Because the whole purpose of sexual escalation is what?
get her in bed.
What? Get her in bed. Other than that, I said at the beginning, the very thing I said, arousal. Good. All right, paying attention. Good. All right, I got you awake. It's arousal. And sexual tension is the most sure thing to cause arousal. Most guys break, all they do is escalate, 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 which is breaking tension, breaking tension, breaking tension. There's none there. If you're just an escalation madman, there's no tension being built. Unless your fingers are inside her, you're not getting aroused that way. Alright? If you're fingering her, a different story. Now you can play with some stuff. But until then, you have to build tension. So the whole point of escalation is build a little bit of tension and give a small escalation break. Then you build bigger tension, a bigger break. Bigger tension, a bigger break. Until the tension is so big and so on, and you can almost cut it with a fucking knife, the tension, that the only last break you can possibly do in this case is sex. That's it. So I'm constantly cycling between building tension and releasing tension. How do we do this? A great way, teaser. Teasing. You all know the almost kiss routine? Almost kiss? Be like, all right, we're not going to kiss you, but we're going to almost kiss. We see how close we can go to each other, right? And you kind of like put your face by her and you act like you're kissing, but you're not. Why do you do that? To build tension. And eventually what's going to happen? You're going to lose the game. You're going to kiss her. And you're like, oh, you lost. You're like, yeah, I know. But it's cool because you broke the tension, you escalated a bit, and then you're going to build tension again another way, through teasing. If you kiss her a bit, you go, that's what you get for now. Ooh, a challenge. Teasing. Right? Dirty talk, tension. All these, there's lots of different ways you can build tension. Getting really close up. Tension. All right. So we've gone through tension. We've gone through, the phases of escalation. We've gone through, teasing and, building all that tension up. Let's get into some nitty-gritty. Let's get into some specific ideas on tactics we can use to get her turned on, to get her aroused. The first thing we have, actually before I get into tactics, there's a way to escalate without actually even touching her. We can verbally sexually escalate on the girl. Verbal sexual escalation. Sounds crazy, right? It's verbals. But the whole point of sexual escalation is to get her aroused. And one of the best ways is through our words. It's through verbally, right? Men are very visually oriented. Just hot girl, one hot girl, from caveman style. Women aren't like that. They're auditory based. So we can use verbal skills to get them. One way is through stories. We talk about sexual stories. We can talk about sexual mindsets, our views and philosophies on sex. We can use sexual qualifications. Are you adventurous and crazy? Have you ever do some crazy stuff? What's the craziest thing you've done? Wait, what's the craziest sexual thing you've done? Right? The more we can draw things out of them in a sexual manner, the more sexually charged the interaction becomes, the more tension is built. So stories, mindsets, qualification, all forms of verbal sexual escalation. Another one I love doing, I'm starting to become really big on now, is SOIs. I didn't used to do them a lot. Recently I've been incorporating them into my game a lot more. SOIs are just statements of intent. It's basically saying things like, man, I'm having really inappropriate, I tell you what I'm thinking right now, but it's really inappropriate, right? Or I'm totally gonna be kissing you later. Like, that was the cutest thing I've ever seen. I'm gonna have to kiss you now. I'm gonna have to kiss you a little bit later. Now, what happens if she doesn't take one of your SOIs? Goes, wow, you have the most sexiest eyes. Oh my God, you're totally coming home with me tonight. Done, you sold it. You're coming home with me tonight, right? And what if she says something like, I don't think so, or no, not happening, right? Well, you have one simple line, and I credit Sid for this, that you'll say. And the line is, we'll see. We'll see, I'm very charming. Or, we'll see, the night's still young, right? It's a little bit cocky, it's that cocky, funny attitude you can have in there. SOIs, she either accepts it, cool. If not, you go, we'll see, and you put it in her place. And then you keep doing it later. Nothing's gonna stop it. And let's say I got a girl, and you know why I deal with friend zone now? I SOI my way out of it. I meet a girl, she goes, yeah, I like you as a friend, let's just be friends. I go, okay, we're gonna be friends, but I have to warn you, I'm gonna be the most inappropriate friend you've ever had. Just telling you right now, I'm blatantly gonna be hitting on you a lot. No, but we're gonna be friends. Yeah, we're gonna be friends. I'm just gonna always try to get in your pants. Just letting you know right now. Right? She's not force feeding me for shit. I control the frame, not her. Alright? I have one girl where it's always on. We're always flirting, I'm always spanking her, we're always hooking up, but we're just friends. Because I'm the most inappropriate, and I told her, we are friends. She's a good friend of mine. But I am the most inappropriate friend she'll ever have. Alright. Finally, the last form of verbal escalation is dirty talk. And this is gold for LMR. Basically, when you are trying to escalate a girl in bed, you're always trying physical escalation, I'm sure. What's your, all right, you gotta go in bed, she's giving you an LMR. How do you deal with it?
I say to her, yes, you're right, and stop and do something completely different.
So freeze outs, essentially. Freeze outs. And other than freeze outs, anyone else? LMR tactics, come on. You got to go in bed, she's giving you an LMR. How do we get out of this?
I tell her how aroused I am and how aroused I can get her if she doesn't stop right now.
All right, but she doesn't care about that. She's like, no, I know you're aroused, but calm down. Anyone else?
Freeze out.
Freeze, all right, so basically we got freeze out.
Persistent.
What? Persistent, another one, right?
Yeah.
Re-escalation, and say, okay, cool. We try it again, doesn't want it, okay, cool. We try it again, right? We keep doing this again and again. And that is a valid form, that's good. Basic mentality of, if you want to be in my bed right now, you can either accept it or you can leave. I totally respect it, but it's either happening or leave.
I tease her, so I say to her, like, I won't touch your pussy, but I arouse her very much, but I say, I will not touch your pussy, like.
Playful escalation with a challenge, I like that. It basically you actually challenge them, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to play with you in other ways, right? It's playful escalation with a challenge built in. It's kind of cool.
She wants it, but I will never give it to her.
And you're in control. I'm assuming eventually you break that promise.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, okay, all right. So there's ways around it. Now, here's the way I'm going to show you. But what if she doesn't let you playfully escalate? What if she stops you? What if she keeps stopping your escalation? What if you freeze her out and she doesn't come back? I'm going to show you a form of escalation on the girl that she can't stop. And the way you can get her aroused that she can't say no to. It's impossible. And the way to do that is dirty talk. We already know the girl's auditory based. Well, I might not be able to escalate on her. Every time I put my arm, try to touch her thigh, she puts my hand away. But I can tell her what I'd like to do to her. I can tell her like, you know what? It'd be great if I could just slide my hand up your thigh. You can feel my fingers slowly inching their way up inside your pussy. You can see me kissing around your neck, blah, 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 right? I get my sexual tonality going, and I just go through dirty talk with her. She can't shut me up. As long as she's lying there, I can keep dirty talking, and the more I dirty talk, the more aroused the girl gets. Until finally, I hear those 4 magic words, which are?
Give me the head.
No, sorry. Okay.
Fuck me.
No, 5 magic words. I keep. Okay.
Oh my God! Stop it.
You started with 3.
I know, there are 3, there are 4. It's 5 magic words. I keep verbally escalation, dirty talk, so I get the 5 magic words, which are, do you have a condom? Alright? In German it's...
Wo sind die Kondome? Hast du ein Kondom?
Exactly. I love hearing that, alright? Maybe not the German, but do you have a condom? 5 magic words. Now keep dirty talking until that occurs. I have another way of dealing with LMR. Basically through challenges. So I'm trying to escalate on a girl, she's getting really aroused, but she keeps putting the brakes on me. So I'll say, you know what? Like what this guy said, it's like, you got me really aroused. Just gotta tell you, you got me going, you got me horny. I totally respect the fact that you don't want to do anything tonight. Awesome. But I have to warn you, I was into Buddhism for a while, and I learned a lot about meditation. I'm really into that stuff. So I'm going to meditate right now and get myself less turned on. And I'm just going to lie there and do this. She's going to get bored very quickly. All right? I'm just lying there in my head. And eventually, she'd be like, hey, come on, what are you doing? No, stop meditating. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, but you got me really going. You're really hot. I can't help that. I'm going to control myself now, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's the challenge. The challenge has been made. She goes, oh yeah? I go, yeah. I'm going to meditate. Now the neck kissing starts. Stroking my arm starts. And I go, no, stop that. I'm trying to control myself. She goes, what? What? I thought there's nothing I could do. And I said, there's nothing you can find. You know what? Fine. Go ahead. Try it. I don't care. You can't beat my meditation. Now she goes, oh, really? All right, fine. That's when all of a sudden the hand job starts. I hate, whatever. Hand job starts. Or she starts trying to go down on me. And I go, no, and this is why I draw the line here. I go, no, that's cheating. You can't do that. She goes, I thought your meditation was so good. I thought you didn't care. And I go, fine. Fine, I'll let you give me a head. Sure, go for it. I'm still going to do this. Eventually, she gives me head. She gets me hard. She looks at it. She goes, I win. She goes, ha, I win. I got you aroused. You go, yep. Throw it in bed. Escalate. Sex. All right? You know what the greatest part about that game is? I always lose. Greatest part of that whole game. So these are 2 great ways to deal with the LMR that's going on. Now, let's get with some nitty-gritty tactics for sexual escalation. The first one is sexual eye contact. Sexual eye contact. If I look at the person here, it's about neutral eye contact. Looking in, all I do is I look in his right eye. It's a neutral eye. You look at the person's right eye. Once I move to the left eye, what I do is I think sexual thoughts, not thoughts in my head, but like a feeling. I'm trying to get myself aroused, so to speak. I don't know how to describe it really. I just put sexual intent, sexual motive behind my feelings when I look at the person.
Ich stelle mir einfach vor, wie sie letzte Nacht wild masturbierend auf meinem Bett meinen Namen gestöhnt hat.
So I just want you to notice if you feel different between, just let them know if they feel different, all right? I start to first, neutral, and then,
yeah.
Right? Immediately. Now, I don't know what I did. I don't know if it's like my new eye muscles, maybe there's some scientific way of doing it. In my head, I just send out sexual energy. I know it's a little woo-woo and all that shit, but it's the best way I can describe it. Neutral. Again, I don't have to say it. I don't even have to say it. He just feels it. He just knows. And you can all try on each other and be a little bit gay, but it's fine because we're all here to build our skill set up. So cool. You can practice the sexual eye contact. Now, with that sexual eye contact, I could be talking about the fucking weather, my laundry. That doesn't matter. I got sexual eye contact going. I can be talking about whatever I want. As long as I got the sexual eye contact, they can feel the tension. They can almost cut it with a knife, getting them a little bit more aroused. My voice kind of starts changing. I get slower, a little bit deeper, until it gets a little bit awkward. Looking at a guy, right? He can't even take it. It gets too awkward with a guy. Your voice will change, your tonality changes, your body changes. Everything slows down, and you create this sexual bubble between you and a girl through the eye contact. Now, let's do another one. Come back up here. Come on.
You know you're sleeping in my house tonight.
I know. All right, so we start talking to each other. This is the exact distance he takes. Why take that distance? Because it's arm distance. You notice that? I didn't tell him where to stop, but he stopped at a perfect space, perfect distance for personal space, which is arm distance. Now, in a club, we couldn't do this. In a club, I have to talk to him like this, right? Here, it'd be very awkward talking like this. There's no reason for it. This is very disturbing for both of us. However, in a club, it's perfectly okay because of the loud music. Everyone here, you hate how there's loud music in clubs because you can't talk, right? You all hate that? You shouldn't, because it gives you the ability to breach personal space very quickly. You can do this right away. Now, turn this way. If you notice, when I come to talk to the, let's say it's a girl, when I come to talk to the girl, where does my hand go? Right there, immediately. I don't have to think about it. It just goes, it fits, it's perfect. Right here. The reason for that is when I get to talk to her ear. What you shouldn't be doing is this. You talk, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Right? If you're going to talk to a girl in a club, get up in there. You stay straight and you come in. If she pushes back, cool. You push back, but you stay up. She can lean in if she can't hear you. All right? Now, however, my hand goes here. Why? Because for a girl, this area, right, this spot and lower back is just perfect hand. If I squeeze it, I give it, not like choking it, but if I give it a good squeeze, it's a pressure point that gets her aroused. There's only one other neutral body part on a girl that will get her aroused, a pressure point, which is the foot. That's why you give foot massage, the girl goes, all right? So you get that reaction. So if a girl's back at my place, I'm not trying to give a back rub, because every girl knows a back rub leads to sex. They got their guards up. I'll offer a foot rub. Why? Because fuck, the pressure point's right there. It gets them turned on quicker. And she doesn't even know about it. Foot rub will lead to back rub anyways, and then escalation. Okay? But in a club, I use the other one, which is right here. Now, other sexual moves you can do is dominant versus submissive roles. I want to go to submissive role because it naturally turns her on. So one thing you can do is hands above the head. Come here. So the girl's against the wall. No, alright, easy. Alright. Now at this point I probably already kissed her, something's already happened, right? What I want to do is get her a submissive role. So I'll come in, I'll shoot my hands up, and just guide him and slide like that. Now, it's not like this, right? This feels trapped. Do you feel you can get out of this though?
Yeah.
Alright, so get out of this. Easy peasy. Very easy. But, do you feel the difference between being like this? It feels submissive. So you can get out of it, but it's a much submissive role, and I can go in and kiss that way. For us, we don't like it. It's a little uncomfortable. Some guys do, maybe. I don't know. But for girls, in that submissive role, it's instantly a turn on. I'm not forcing them. I'm not holding their hands or anything. Easily, you felt, I'm not even grabbing it. It's just my hands are there to guide. I'm just guiding their arms up, sliding them up, and it's there loose. And I can make out with them and kiss them like that. If you want to get really advanced, against the wall. If you want to get really advanced, I'll slide them up, cross them, put one hand up like that, and I'll use this hand to do whatever the hell I want. Alright? Easy. So that's one move. Now, let's get into a fun sexual escalation move, which is a kiss. Now, is a kiss important? Is that particular move important when it comes to pickup? Yes or no? Who here says yes? It's very important to kiss.
Yeah.
Okay? Who here says no? It's just like any other move. You got one guy, right? You're both right, but for different reasons. It's not important because, like any move, it's just another step up the escalation ladder. kissing, touching, whatever, it should all be treated the same. So in that case, you guys are right. It's like any other move. It should be treated as such. The guys who said it is important, you're also right. Because the kiss is when mutual attraction is firmly established. Up until that point, we can always be framed that we're friends. We're friends, we're not that into each other. We're just playing around, slapping the ass, grabbing the ass. We're friendly, pulling hair, doing stuff. We didn't kiss, right? It can always be framed differently. Once you kissed a girl, attraction is established. Yeah.
But it's also very difficult to like escalate hard if you're not kissing her.
Yeah, because
Every girl is used to it.
Because once you've kissed a girl, it's on. Mutual attraction established. You can't play indirect game if you've already kissed her. I'm sorry, but you can't do it. If you do it, you're a pussy. And she thinks so too. Alright? So a girl kisses you and then she goes, yeah, I'm not really attracted to you. Then why the fuck did you kiss me? Makes no sense, you're a liar. Alright? And if you hide your intentions after that point, you're a pussy. It's just how it is. So, how do we go about the kiss close? Yeah, we can use some gambit like, oh, do you want to kiss me? Yeah, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. No, oh, well, you know, I didn't say you could, haha. Okay? Or we could do some other stuff, you know, like, all right, scale 1 to 10. How good of a kisser are you? This is what I used to made, by the way, for my client. He goes, oh, I'm a 20 or something. Oh, cool, I'll be the judge of that, and you kiss me, right? So these are all fine, but they're a one-shot deal. What I don't want to verbalize it. I don't want a little trickery. I want to be a man and just go for it, but I want a way to tell. One great way to tell is sexual tension. I picked on him enough, you come up here. He's getting glasses on, he's ready to get kissed. Right. So, we're looking at each other right now. Is it awkward or comfortable?
No, it's comfortable.
It's comfortable, right? Here.
That's awkward.
That's awkward, right? The amount of space where we get awkward for a guy, if you're talking to a guy, right? Like, still comfortable, right? Yeah. About here. About maybe 3 hand apart. Like about 3 hand distances apart. But whatever amount of space it would get uncomfortable with a guy, that's the amount of space when you get towards a girl that builds sexual tension. And if you can keep that space between the two of you for 10 seconds, she's ready to be kissed. If he doesn't pull back or look away or something, if you can talk to her like this for 10 seconds, she's ready to be kissed. Okay. Now, what about the dance floor? The dance floor is different. On the dance floor, you're forced to be that close to each other, so you can't go by that rule. We have a different rule for the dance floor. This rule is, if you can dance with her with your foreheads touching, she's ready to be kissed. All right? Foreheads need to touch. It also helps to be, when you're dancing with a girl, for her to be face to face. Why? Because if you're dancing with her backing up on you, all that's happening is you're getting aroused. And that's not the point. We want to get her aroused. So we dance face to face because we can do the forehead test. We can build sexual tension by looking at each other, sexual eye contact, really close up, lots of sexual tension building. We can also use our thigh. What does that mean, use our thigh? Use our thigh for what? Put her between her legs. Because what's between her legs? Her clit. And if we rub my thigh up against her clit, she will get turned on. I'll offer it to her, and sometimes she'll rub it on it. If she doesn't, now she's got no choice. Her mouth will drop, she'll look down, she'll blush a little bit. Why? Because I'm rubbing her clit with my thigh. My thigh's a great tool on the dance floor. I can keep on using it. It's the same thing as her backing up on you. That gets you going, this gets her going. Same thing. Alright? Now, some other things. Let's find ways to get her to be the sexual aggressor. Because the highest level of game is not when we game the girl, it's when we orchestrate ways for her to game us. So what are things we can do to make her the sexual aggressor? Well, one, we can frame it as such. We can do role reversals. Be like, I know about you German girls. You guys only want one thing. Ooh, I know about you guys, right? We can frame it as she's a sexual aggressor. Another one is what I've already showed you guys. The whole meditation routine, a challenge. If there's one thing I know about women, is that they like sex, but they love a challenge. Right? That's why girls want the guys that other girls want. Not because he's sexier, it's not because he all of a sudden has a magic six-pack. It's because it's a challenge, and they love it. They're catty, they want it. Alright? So that's one big thing. Make it a challenge, and they will try to fight for you. The other thing is you can act like a girl around them. You ever notice how you escalate a girl and she's like, oh, I love that. No, you have to stop. What the fuck does that mean? You love it, but I have to stop? But it's actually brilliant because it just makes you want to do it that much more. So, let's do it to them. Next time a girl's playing my hair, I go, oh my God, it's amazing. Oh, you can't stop, it's too much. Oh, I love that. She goes, oh, what, you like that? Yes, ah, good, you're too good at this. No, get away. No, you can't, no. It's too good. It gives them permission to now become the sexual aggressor, to get them escalating on you. All right, I basically showed you the inner game aspects of it. I showed you 3 inner game things to get through. I showed you all the outer game, from what are the escalation moves to the phases of going through sexual escalation. I showed you how to build tension, right? I showed you tactics you can use to putting them in a submissive way, sexual eye contact, sexual pressure points. You guys even know how to make them sexually aggressive. At this point, there shouldn't be a question on sexual escalation, but if there is, now's the time to ask. Anyone? All right, that's sexual escalation. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Very good.
Now I'll give you the back
wie ich ja am Anfang schon mal gesagt habe, wir machen die Deutschland-Tour. Wir haben damit natürlich ein Ziel. Berlin wird das Ziel dieses Mal sein. Wir werden am Freitag einen Workshop in Berlin anfangen, bis Sonntag, wo wir all das, was wir jetzt hier gemacht haben, beziehungsweise nochmal ganz viele andere tolle Sachen, nochmal machen werden. Dann wird Freitag ein halber Tag sein, Samstag ein ganzer Tag, Sonntag nochmal ein halber, dreiviertel Tag, also insgesamt ungefähr so 24-Stunden-Workshop. Kostet regulär 247 €. Kostet für alle, die heute hier sind, beziehungsweise nicht nur für euch, ehrlich, für alle, die auch auf den anderen Lehrvorträgen waren, nochmal 47 € weniger, das sind halt 200 € dann. Ist meiner Meinung nach nichts, also sehr wenig Geld, ist allerdings trotzdem ein bisschen Geld, aber ich würde euch gerne erklären, warum es so günstig ist. Nicht, weil der Workshop scheiße ist, ganz im Gegenteil, er ist einfach nur so günstig, weil das eine Promotour ist. Also es ist einfach ein Promo-Workshop, es ist eine Promotour. Wahrscheinlich werde ich am Ende des Tages sogar noch ein bisschen Geld drauflegen, wenn es schlecht läuft, weil manche Lehrsachen kleiner sind als andere. Aber das ist halt einfach so. Ziel und Zweck der ganzen Sache ist einfach, dieses Jahr vorzubereiten für nächstes Jahr. Weil nächstes Jahr werden wir nochmal eine Tour machen, nächstes Jahr werden wir nochmal 1, 2 Workshops machen und dann werden wir reguläre Preise verlangen. Also normalerweise nehme ich 50 € die Stunde für ein Einzelcoaching, Jared nimmt 100 $ die Stunde für ein Einzelcoaching. Normalerweise gehen Workshops bei ihm und DJ Fuji los bei ungefähr 2.500 bis 4.000 $.
In America, ja.
Ja. Wir werden einen Workshop in London haben mit DJ Fuji zusammen, 4.000 $ für 3 Tage. Hier sind es 200 $ für 2,5 Tage. Okay, es fehlt ein halber Tag, stimmt. Aber ich denke, das kann man bei einem Preisnachlass von 2.300 €, kann man das ruhig verkraften. Ich glaube, damit kommt man klar.
I'm doing a DAG sheet for this guy. Basically,
Ja.
show me around.
Das ist auch so ein weiterer Grund, weil ich ihm gesagt habe, okay, komm nach Deutschland, ich bezahle alle Kosten, also ich decke alle Kosten, wenn du nach Deutschland kommst und ich bringe dich in die ganzen Lehrs, das war's. Dann hat er gesagt, okay, das können wir machen. Weil ich bezahle alle Kosten, also wenn wir jetzt im Endeffekt halt miese machen, muss ich es bezahlen. Ist aber okay für mich, weil ich habe halt auch Kosten. Auf jeden Fall, nächstes Jahr wird es die Workshops zu regulären Preisen geben, wahrscheinlich nicht für 4.000 $, weil das ist auf dem deutschen Markt einfach schwierig. Aber angestrebt sind irgendwas zwischen 800 und 1.500 €. Weil das sind faire Preise für das, was wir liefern. Auf jeden Fall, wenn einer von euch Bock haben sollte, den Workshop zu besuchen, kommt einfach danach nochmal auf uns zu, sprecht uns an, ihn oder mich, und schaut euch das mal an. Genau.
I have no idea what you said, but okay. So basically, I mean, I'm pretty sure he summed it all up for you guys. Basically, in America, I'm pretty much known now. I've done every convention out there. Me and my partner DJ Fuji, when we do boot camps together, we do it for about $3,000. He's kind of crazy right now. He might want to amp it up to $4 grand. I'm fighting him on that. I want to make it as affordable for you as possible, because I was a guy that always wanted one and I could never afford it. So I love giving these promotional deals. Now, Dari said, hey, come to Germany. You're going to be in the area. You're going to be doing London. Let's do a tour together and we'll hang out, we'll have a blast. We have been. So I said, fine. Let's do this. Me and you, let's go around Germany. I want to build my name up here. I'm doing that through a few ways. I don't have a lot of marketing behind me. All right, you're not going to find me ranked up there on Google. In fact, you have to go to the last page to find me. The reason is because I believe in my business goes through word of mouth. You know how I'm going to make my name in Germany? Because everyone in Germany is going to have fucking 54 women around them after I leave this damn place. All right? That's how I want to do my marketing. That's how I want to show you. I don't want to give you guys some fake shit that sounds good to marketing. I'm not here to sell you Instafucks. All right? I'm not here to sell you, oh, use this routine stack and you're sure to get laid. It's not. It just doesn't happen. I don't know. I want to show you the shit that really works. The stuff that's not. Basically, the stuff that's real and legit. All right? Everything I just showed you there is applicable. You can use it. Good. On a boot camp, we go over things like how to approach it properly, transitioning. We go through how to not run out of things to say, how to create attraction and become playful with them. We go over dance floor game, phone game, what to do on dates, how to isolate them. We go through qualification. I break that down for you guys. You name it, I pretty much want to make sure you guys have a clear understanding of what to do. I'm not here to make you social robots. I'm not here to show you exactly how to do it, this and this and this and this. You guys are going to do it differently. He's super playful. He'll do it a playful style. He'll do a very sexual style. He's going to be more indirect, right? This guy's going to be the more intriguing, interesting guy. It all works. It's all cool. But you're going to all know exactly what to do at the end of that 3-day weekend. You're going to have a clear understanding, but your styles will be different, and that's what I love, all right? Again, in the US, I charge about $3,000 for this workshop. With Darius here, we're doing, what, $250? $200. Yeah, $250, right? That's ridiculous. For me, that pretty much just breaks even for this trip. The reason is because of my first tour through Germany. I want to make a stake for myself. I want to make a name for myself here. I hope I'm going to come back again next year. I want to. I promise you, though, if I do come back again, it won't be for cheaper than 2,400 euro. I promise you that right now. It's not going to. This is it. I do want to come back again though, but it's going to have to just pay a lot more. I really do hope you guys come there because, again, it's not marketing. The only way I'm going to be able to charge 2,400 euro is because the people that come to this time around are going to be giving me the reputation. I told you about Social Circle. You guard your reputation with your life. How do I build a reputation? I make my guys good. I get them results. They talk about it. They post about it. And they let the rest know. And that way, next time I come around next year, everyone's like, fuck, that Psych guy, I have to go out with him, I have to do this. Because I saw what happened to Brandon and Mike here. It's outstanding. My layer is great now. I guard my reputation with my life. I challenge anyone here to try and find a student of mine that is still struggling. I challenge you. It's not gonna happen. If he's been a student of mine and he's been in this for 6 months or less, 3 to 6 months, he's not struggling with this area of his life anymore. He might still want to do some more crazy, better stuff, but he's pretty much good. So I don't know what more I can tell you than that. If you are interested in this, it is intense. It is 3 full days. I want you guys ready for this. I don't want to describe it to you. Like, you basically can't describe it until you've done it. You're going to be tired. You're going to be mind-fucked to Valhalla and back. But you're going to come out better and with a clear understanding. If you want to do this, don't need to say anything now. Just talk to me or Darius at the end of it, and we'll go over the details for you.
Man sollte vielleicht noch dazu erwähnen, dass wir eine Trainer-Teilnehmer-Ration, also ein Verhältnis von 1:3 waren. Das heißt, mehr als 3 Teilnehmer pro Trainer wird es nicht geben. Wir sind momentan bei 4 Teilnehmern, das heißt 2 Plätze sind noch frei. Wir haben allerdings noch einen zweiten Trainer, haben wir schon vorsorglich nehmen wir mit. Das ist der Chef der Militärpolizei Thüringen.
Der Dirk?
Ja. Das ist einer der männlichsten Alpha-Männer, die ihr finden könntet, weil er ist der Chef der Militärpolizei Thüringen. Ich meine, er war im Afghanistan-Krieg, er war im Kongo, er war überall, er hat dort Kampfgefechte geführt, er bringt mich wahrscheinlich auf 35 verschiedene Arten mit Sachen aus diesem Raum um. Also viel männlicher als er geht nicht, also er hat einfach so einen Stil wie ich oder wie Psych, aber den haben wir noch dabei. Und es wird kein schlechtes Verhältnis als 1:3 geben. Warum nicht? Ja, weil wir halt die Leute krass rausbringen möchten. Ich will nur, damit ihr so ein Verhältnis habt, warum es so günstig gar nicht umsetzbar ist. Allein sein Flug hierhin und zurück kostet mich $1.200. Bei 6 Teilnehmern, 200 € sind es 1.200 €. Das heißt, ich habe 0 Miese gemacht mit dem Flug, aber ich habe kein Essen, Trinken und so weiter und so weiter. Das heißt, es wird zu diesem Preis nicht mehr möglich sein.
The other thing I want to say is a lot of companies have gotten bad reps from shady ass boot camps, and it is a shame. This is a business, and it should be a professional one, and it shouldn't be done a lot of ways that other companies have gone about it. So just to clear some things up with the boot camp on what to expect, there's absolutely no drinking on a boot camp. You're doing this completely sober, I'm doing this completely sober. All right? There's no drink. Yeah, we're in a bar, we're in a club, there's no drinking going on. The other thing is I'm not going to be out there myself trying to get pussy. I'm there for you. It's you're the ones who are going to be doing it. You're not going to just be left alone while I go and game girls. I'm there for you. Am I going to demo? Are you going to get to see it for real? Absolutely. All right, you're going to get to see it. I'm going to demo, but every demo I do has a purpose to show some sticking point going on. There's always a purpose behind it. All right? So it's not just, oh, let's go watch Psych do his thing. No, I'm there for you guys. All right? Everybody gets individual attention. Every single person will go into a set and have me winging with them and have me watching them right there, what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong. The other thing is you're not getting some broad sense of, yeah, man, you just need to approach more. Or, yeah, man, you just need to fix your body language. I'm not here to give you vague advice or anything you can get from the PDF file. You're going to get specific notes and breakdowns of your style of game, what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, broken down and shown to you from my eyes what I'm seeing. I'm literally going to break down your sticking points and what I see needs to be fixed and improved upon. And then at the end of it all, I map out for you how to do that. So if there's any preconceived notions of what a boot camp's like from stuff you've read, I want it dispelled right now of how I run my show. All right? Perfect. So see me, see Darts at the end. If nothing else, I hope you got a lot out of this. I hope, you build up your social circle. I hope you know how to escalate. I want to see those pictures. I'm rooting for you guys. You were fun there to talk for. And hopefully I'll see you next year and see those pictures, all right?